Substances can exist in three different states of matter. Let's have a look at each one. So one state of matter is solid, and in solids, particles are very close together and they vibrate in a fixed position. Solids have a fixed shape and volume, and when they're heated, the particles vibrate with greater amplitude. Second state of matter is liquid. So in liquids, particles are very close together, but they move and flow randomly past one another. So liquids have a fixed volume, but can change shape and fill a container, for example, a glass. When heated, the average speed of the particles increases. And the last state of matter is gas. So in gases, particles are far apart and move randomly in all directions. And gases change shape and volume to fill any container. When heated, the average speed of particles in a gas increases. So let's recap that a little bit. Which of the following describes gases? So gases can change shape and volume because they've got spaces between their particles. And those three states of matter, again, are solid, liquid, and gas. Now, we can visualize the three states of matter using something called a simple sphere model. However, the model has a few disadvantages. Firstly, the forces between the particles aren't shown in a simple sphere model. It's impossible to know how strong these are and also how much energy is needed to overcome them. Another limitation is that it portrays particles as spheres when actually in reality they're not spheres at all. And particle collisions aren't as simple as the model might suggest. Lastly, another limitation of the simple sphere model is that it portrays particles as solid when in reality they're not. Particles don't bounce off each other, and they're not like snooker balls like they look like in the simple sphere model, so that's a limitation. When you see the simple sphere model, basically looks like each particle is a ball, and they are arranged in a certain way depending on if they're solid, liquid, or gas. So let's have a think about that. So some of the limitations of a simple sphere model, if you remember, it shows particles as solid, it shows particles as spherical, and the forces between particles are not shown. So again, some limitations of the simple sphere model. Forces between particles are not shown. It shows particles as spherical when in reality they're not. And it shows particles as solid, again, when in reality they're not. And those three states of matter, solid, gas, and liquid. Again, those limitations of the simple sphere model. So the forces between particles are not shown. It shows particles as spheres, and particles are shown as solid. Now remember the properties of solids. They're fixed shape and volume. The particles are very close together, and the particles vibrate about a fixed position.